mixed up to say I prefer electronic things and then say lifelike. But I mean, in the sense of the vibrancy of it, it sounds like it's right there. Versus, like a lot of lo-fi music, I feel like has a very, oh, I'm in my bathroom with my guitar, and also this recording got corrupted somehow. like that kind of sound is what I associate more with something lo-fi
Alright.
or
It's a
acoustic.
very clean and electronic production. What
Yeah.
sort of genre are you going for?
That makes sense. A nice clean sound, a nice
Um, I guess I guess pop, but pop like pop as in I guess pop is in music that is um sort of more. I'm not sure how to put it, but like pop in the sense like I guess maybe like I guess it kind of is what it is, but it's the sounds I like kind of I like things that are
Like
catchy. Are they?
like pro- art pop, sort of progressive?
Yeah, art pop is a good word. This like
good. That's good.
definition. But yeah, like things that are I like things that are more I like things that are have sort of a hi-fi well produced, like fully realized kind of sound to them. But I don't think that necessarily means like top 40 sound. I guess I'm interested in like something that could sound hi-fi but also be, you know, unusual or
Well, I was asking more towards compositionally as opposed to
compositionally.
production.
It's hard to talk about your own compositions and know what well, at least for me, I don't know. I think I like things that have I like catchy sounds, but if it's too predictable, like if it's so easy to know the next note, know the next chord, know the next where the song's going,
Right.
then that's it should sound right when it goes that way, but if you can right away guess, then I find that a little I blur
Yeah.
my own self, I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost as if a song is pointless. This one, it just plays a role like that.
Yeah.
That's why I love a lot of the XTC stuff, where it's like, where's it going? So peppy and catchy and goes all over the place. But
Yeah, like it's something like that that
unpredictable.
goes all over the place. There's some kind of interesting chords in there, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's not you could sing along to it, remember it,
yeah, yeah.
turn it into a meme or whatever. I hope I'm
Wow.
not looking to be more. I've had enough being a meme for one lifetime,
Nah.
but you know.
But uh,
First thing that
but
happens, I'm gonna make a Death Grip smash up.
yeah,
I
nowadays,
mean,
And in terms of lyrics, I would say very probably pretty far removed from pop.
nice.
okay, lyrics. I don't know.
Uh,
Lyrics. Talking about lyrics is a broad.
broad. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I
I
don't
mean,
want to explain too much to the extent where it's like,
yeah, I understand.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's that. But uh, symbolic, I'd say.
cool.
Not
So more up to than up front.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to write something that's sort of deliberately difficult to understand. But I also don't
So
sit around trying to make sure that it's the most blatant thing. So I guess like tends to err on being cryptic or open to interpretation, or very kind of fictionalized like the same meaning as something that's more common or realistic, but symbolically turned into like a story that's not. I don't know. Sorry, I'm like not making that much sense. And I'm also like not sure. I don't want to like overshare and then be like when I like have like a few hours of sleep and me be like, oh, I wish I hadn't mentioned that, you know.
Right, right. It's always a work in progress, in a sense. Uh, Up till the time where you finish your master, and once you do that, it's like a song is never actually ending. You can always go back to it like months later and go, oh no, you know what? I would love to do this and that.
Mhm.
Once
I
it's
mean, the
done, it's
song
done.
is never really finished.
No, but you
Yeah.
get artists who go like live, and then they will reinterpret their songs and never play it the original way, and all that is so cool.
Sometimes that annoys me as like a listener though. It would when an artist. Have you ever seen like a live performance that's improvised and well not necessarily
Uh,
improvised but changed to an extent that you're like, dang, you know, I just kind of wanted to hear an acoustic of the or a
yes,
live of the original.
and
Eh,
that does drive me nuts. Yeah. Because I've had some albums like, okay, this is cool, and then you listen to it and it's like, oh no, it's a live version and it's not at all. The feel is all different,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
some songs are accelerated. I know. I just yeah.
Like it's the same song, but just like they change like the melody that goes with a certain chord, or like the rhythm, or like the whole vibe, or the style of the
well,
singing is different.
to be honest, most of the times watching recorded live versions, I think, is less rewarding than the album versions, the studio versions, because if it is the same thing, it's just a lower fi version of that. It's like
Yeah,
messier, more messily recorded. If it's different in composition or like a chorus is changed, I think that's more interesting.
yeah,
If
yeah.
the tone of it is altered, like I think an example that I would reference would be uh, Sun Kill Moon's Richard Ramirez Died Today of Natural Causes. Like the studio version, I think I actually really like. It's a mellow track, but the live version, granted, it is well recorded. It's this much harder hitting, darker, and gritty rendition of it. And I like
Yeah,
both of them.
I
They
get what you're saying.
That's,
serve different.
I think it's also a gamble though because whether you happen to like the other version. It's like a gamble once whether you like the song, and then a gamble again whether you like the changed version of it.
Asking another question about your album, I guess this is more. How much would you say that you wear your influences on your sleeve?
Uh, not not very. I'd say I don't.
I mean, I know like no one wants to say that they do, but I don't know.
I'd say I think I could honestly say I don't really. It's too if anything I just find that difficult like to imitate
To emulate someone
to
else's
imitate
sound.
or emulate someone. I find that difficult. I mean, I think if I when I take an influence, I usually take a specific but smaller thing from someone like us like trying to think. I don't know. Like I'll be like I'll hear a chord and I'll be like, oh well that's my new favorite chord or something like that. But a chord is a chord, you know. I'm not like so I sort of pull one thing out or I'm like, oh they used that word. I think that's a really good word to have in a song. I want to
yeah.
try with that something relating to that word or um or something that makes me think of this concept. But I don't it's not like Coldplay Radiohead. Like you know, like I feel like sorry, this has got to get annoying. I'm just keep now I'm like stabbing at the ukulele. Um but yeah, I don't think I'm also I think it's hard the more I think the more influences you have, the less likely that is. For me, like, it's kind of hard to, for me, it would be hard to be, like, obviously similar to, I don't know, let me think, like, I don't know, there's certain artists where it would be kind of hard to be obviously similar to both of them. Like, I don't know, like, I like some kind of more industrial sounding things, but also I don't like the combination of that with anything lo-fi, and I don't like vocals that can't clearly be heard over the instrumentation. Unless they're like harmonies or something that are intended as the background. So like those are kind of things that I feel like often are not put together. I don't know. I don't really know what to.
I mean, I'm
going on
we're all tired. I'm kind of tuning out as well.
Yeah, I'm just going on a tangent here, but yeah, a more direct answer to your question is no. I don't think I sound extremely similar to any influence. Not to
an excessive degree.
Yeah, not to the extent where if someone. Not to the extent I don't think where someone would feel drawn to make a comparison right away. Unless that's really their I mean, everyone makes a comparison, but I mean where it would be like a universal oh, that band sounds just like that kind of thing. And I don't know, that if some I'm very wary of that. Like if I like think of something and I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar in a way that feels external rather than familiar in the way, oh, that's something I would think of. So if I think something seems like I didn't think of it, then I throw it out.
Yoshi wants me to interview you as Nardwuar, but I'm not familiar with his videos.
What?
All I know is that he questions.
Is Nardwuar? Oh gosh.
I mean, I'm not familiar enough to.
Oh, that's
I'm not
another
familiar
thing in
enough
terms
with
of
him.
influences. A lot of times, I really enjoy things like interviews with artists and stuff, and I'll take an inspiration from something they say or their mannerism, or I'm just interested in them as people. So that's kind of that's sort of an influence as for me as well or rather than the music sometimes is the where I just look at them and I'm like, I can see sort of they're a concept, I guess, or I don't know. I'm not thinking that clearly.
No, I get it.
Yeah, but that's probably all I can say without really regretting it.
I mean, I didn't really ask that specific questions anyway, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you did. It's just me personally. There's like I have trouble talking about something in a way that's it all specific without just pouring out like 800 details that are not really answering the question and share too much.
I mean, I guess when it comes out, it'll answer all those questions.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while though, just because I'm so admiring of things that sound really hi-fi. That's like something in itself that I'm trying to learn. Versus I feel like the lo-fi learning curve is a little less.
Well, the thing about passion projects and all that is that one of the worst things you can do is give people a dateline, like a deadline. So when do you think it's going to come out?
It's going to be cool. You're going to have so much fun too, getting into it and putting that together.
Yeah, for me, it's just when it's done. When it's done is really all I can think of. Especially since the more I do it, the more it expands, and the more I'm like, oh, this could really have like.
Ja,
The more it
ja.
becomes like, oh, this should be an accompanying like sculpture, film
What?
series. Like it goes like I can't like even compartmentalize it to an extent that's bad because it's good in the sense that it's gives me sort of an endless creative scope, I guess, for my ideas. But it's also bad in the sense that it
But-
makes things slow because I'm so because I spread out to such a concept that is very which requires more and more and more and more work and more time.
Are you making like a double concept album?
Double concept?
Well, no, not two concept. The concept double album.
Oh, it's
Two
not
albums.
gonna be No, I think I could fit it into like 12, 13 songs. I don't know. I feel like asking people for your first album to listen to 24 songs is a lot. I feel like that's kind of asking for trouble.
That's called. They call that a stream trolling, where you just give people a bunch of, where you where nothing. No, I'm swearing it. Where everything makes it past the cutting room floor,
Yeah.
so that you just rack up more stream.
Yeah, I think I'm more likely to have the opposite of that at this point because I've become, I don't know, where generally if I don't like something, I'm not gonna start liking it. So and if I don't think something is perfect, I'm not gonna start thinking, I'm not gonna want to share it. I don't know.